The living shit. Your Mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the no. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Plus, smoking them.
Hey, there's my shoe.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop. Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing. The door does not care. Still no answer. This door can only be opened with. This door can only be. Still nothing. Still nothing. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be through a PA system, by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline?
This is fucking
Sounds
nuts,
likely.
dude.
You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a... I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. She just, you know...
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting. Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Whoa, what's that?
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is all back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the corpse. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
He nods.
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dead.
But first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body... Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandma. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the loot. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of...
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic, but this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you the new school? For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your
The lieutenant produces his small blue note. We all have our different medium. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was... Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful, blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Extremely.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, during that, a security guard or worker of some sort, to find him or her, there's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratic. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up. No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Not a fan. It's just...
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
What about me? No.
The lieutenant nods.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Inside, you see a set of steering levers. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Firewalker.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. Ten-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieu. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmann.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose. Defend yourself. Immediately, they're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him.
Oh, goddammit. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked.
Satellite Officer Wittmann is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station.
Mullen dicked us.
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced...
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost it.
He lost his what?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost...
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. He asks you to please...
Why?
Sergeant?
You...
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just a gun.
What in the fuck is this really happening right now?
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Oh.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself. But Disco here, piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going.
What's he saying? Share with...
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party.
Sure have vanilla waffles.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun.
Satellite Officer V. I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon.
In pursuit of his...
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Lets you see things in it. The pry bar feels useful for opening. The handles are long and the pull-out toolbox slides back into its neck. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the lock.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the...
Translation. We're not going alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox at the...
Motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump right... Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? Yes, sorry about that. The Caprice Kinema does have a rather...
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I actually do right hand, left hand? Oh my god, I can. There we go.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. No one answers your call. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken and the book...
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You hear the same. You hear the same. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't all you hear is static, but no one answers. You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. But all you get looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The door, you hear static from the intercom.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electrics. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice...
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
It's a woman, and she knows you. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different.
A spot of static overrides her words.
It's so nice.
This is unfucking real.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore. Another seagull passes by. It's getting...
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box.
No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a metallic drawer. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its place. The metallic drawer slides out. The pull-out toolbox slides...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in. Firework. Okay, 10-4.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen.
Tell him to stop with...
What do you need, sir? Over. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems in...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his...
10...
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RC.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a...
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is the...
Motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump right...
The Caprice motorcar does provide
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on. No, I'm afraid not. Yes, sorry about that.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles.
In the cabin, you see that the white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal club.
This is Precinct 57. Right.
10-4, come in. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
As you tap on the gauge...
There's no use pressing the heat.
Translation. We're not going anywhere. Alternative translation. Don't...
RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Me? I am just a gardener. I am pleased to meet you too, officer. Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, the harbor gates, some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, just coast. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Oh, that's right there.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
No problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have...
Sure, keep them. I have another...
Wait, what?
Yes? Yes.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while every school of thought and government has failed in the city. But it's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol.
I know exactly what you meant. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually...
Silence. The air, but your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
No. He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need to
snatch that shit out of it.
can't have it. Evidence of what? I haven't done anything. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge.
Oh?
Don't push your luck, Runt. Looking for something odd? Come to... Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. Apples? Yeah, apples? I take it you had...
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
It's about not the most popular topic. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. People who've studied these things say that you and me... Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate... The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruders, it's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen? Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the
Lieutenant Kisaraga's stern expression remains not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into... There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking royal Philippian blow. allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, the original was blown apart. Some years ago, a group of liberals. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart. Like people in Martinaise tend to disagree. As Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face,
What the fuck? That nigga talking in my...
a simple little cadence, He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo. Yeah.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the...
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Everyone's a critic, man. It's okay. I've been here a whole week, so tell me. What do you need? Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around.
Yup. Nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the Oscar.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. It's like, whatever's going on, some pretty wild. I've heard talk there.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient... He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath it. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You really are the law, aren't you?
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking at...
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept...
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological... A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilma. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Bro, this shit goes on.
A couple of indicator lights are missing. This panel usually closes the water lock. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pin. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Good morning to you, officer.
A burly man hangs out by the water, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign.
The words, Daredevil Driver, Sound.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to... It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because... Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time...
Oh.
Time comes? Great. Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Hello. Thank you. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, rainy and cold. Where'd Melissa go? Oh. Did they have the pandas? No. Your hair is a mess, bro.
Unfortunately, that's with the hoodie.
It's cool. You guys had a good time, though.
Yeah, overall, it was good.
Cool. Good. Yeah, today would have been a bad day to ride a bike anyways, I guess. Now that I think about it. It was freezing.
That's when we got back to Lawrence, kind of thought that when the bike it wasn't so bad.
It's so weird. Oh my goodness.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
What? How many bags you got?
Go ahead and bring some stuff into my car.
Well, you were...
Take your shoes upstairs.
You guys were gone for a minute. Like 11 hours.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Christy, I'll go upstairs.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Oh my gosh.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
Oh, you got mail. This game is crazy.
What is it?
It's called Disco Elysium. It's like a real RPG.
Huh.
Oh, it's fucking more. Oh, not right now. Drink this kombucha stuff that's been in here for what seems like 4 months.
Is it bad?
Probably.
Look on the date. Well, sometimes it lasts a year though. So why?
It expired March.
It's just a live program.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Hello? I'm assuming you guys already had dinner.
He had a chicken sandwich. I told him if he's hungry after that, to just come down and make himself something. And he didn't say if he was hungry or not, so.
Did you get, what is this?
It's a haircut.
Okay. Why do you sound ultra annoyed?
No. You asked me a question, I answered.
Okay.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Why would I want the street light?
$700 real. A bargain, I dare say. The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
What?
Well, there are the costs of removal and rewiring.
Okay.
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field.
Okay,
Wow,
that checks out.
This is crazy. Okay, so this is a pawn shop.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel format, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
There's... I'll get something ready for him.
Okay, go get something ready for me.
If he's hungry. Are you hungry? If you're not hungry, then don't eat.
Yeah, now that I think about it, we had a couple things that no, not really kept.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Is the Harmon while she... Okay.
Don't win, not Jackson. Yeah, we could say. Go, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hella full. Water bill that we don't need anymore. Now they just text me when it's ready, which is kind of cool. Middletown sent out an hamburger alert. I got a text message, yeah, some black lady with dementia is missing, so she probably took off somewhere.
Hopefully they find it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, so I ripped all this up. You didn't have to eat it. Just stains. There's a ton in there. Oh, God. All right.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
What? Win her back? Oh.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
The Headless Horseman, just in their world.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
I can't.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
This is like remember those books we would read that were like choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
And you would choose a different option and it would send you to a different page?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Franco-Nigerian Nights.
Disco Elysium.
I used to be very serious.
It's about an
these
investigator who wakes up with amnesia and he's on a murder case and he's trying to figure out himself and who committed the murder or how she died. I have yet to investigate the murder scene, but apparently I have been in a 3-day comatose state, waking up, and a lot has happened. So now I'm putting it back together. Yeah, they got it. Adventure books, yeah.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also...
Which one? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers is...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. Maybe.
This is unreal, the level of detail. Okay, what's this? Is that all that's here?
Yes?
Yes. And this is my partner, who seems to not be overly concerned that I have amnesia and that I don't remember who he is, what my name is. It's very intriguing.
I've seen this before.
You probably have. It's making news everywhere because it's not your typical game. It's really not even a game. It's like...
Personal.
Yeah, there's over 1 million lines of dialogue.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measure.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to...
I'm trying to.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Huh.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. God, this is right. You feel the against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered, but already your muscle. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, an embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so God who vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game.
We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it?
Of course there's harm done. You orange. Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed in Martinez. The Union is the law. So can you really... Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what?
Wow. So it's a military camp?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. Should have fought dirty, like they did with it.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the coming. Yes. The millet Martinez was used as one of the... This here is blood ground.
Blood ground? You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And the rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. I would. Instead, this is just what
This
the
is
commies wanted.
unreal.
This was the plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. A true king in both blood and mind led Reverchal before Frissel. He doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Damn Frissel. He was the king.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. Ah, yes! King Philip III.
Oh, absolutely.
A superpower, feared and respected, decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Why does it do that?
Elysium is
Don't get started on that again.
right.
All you observe is a veteran.
This is you.
Don't you mean Frisa?
You do not speak his name.
There's something you missed. You'll get to it. Don't worry.
Oh, bullet hole.
This coin-operated viewer is why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty. Your money disappears into the coin slot, a clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You leave, the lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the room, it looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
I can go in every frickin' building. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh, we need to go find that building.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and
This is
philosophy.
just crazy. The amount of stuff you can do. It's unreal. Go anywhere, do anything, talk to anybody, and respond however you want. And then you've got all the skills, which have their own information on them. It's wild. I've really never seen anything like this. Ever.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. More about books, maybe?
Oh boy, this is intense. He bears him up. Chris, finish your laundry before you start that. That's why you keep getting sidetracked. That way you're not doing 9 things at once. Oh.
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It happens. But usually the guy gets rich in the process. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost. These are not very common. You can't have a choice. Well, maybe then it's... That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story. No, I don't know. Yes, she knows, but...
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel. Later, when you get the chance, you should address it.
Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of...
It seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from it.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and...
My God.
Lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed.
Oh, this button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Ah, there it is. Frittatas. Okay, we'll put the flashlight away.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though.
Huh.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle.